We are live.
We are live. We are live.
Let's make sure live. See, sometimes it says that whenever you try to go here. Okay, we're live. What's up, everyone? How's it going?
Hello.
Oh, sorry. So, yes, we're officially live. Let us know if everything looks good. Alrighty, cool. So, I think, yeah, we had one person already who's like, what is this? So, yeah, you want to lead it up into this topic?
Yeah. Big changes happening. Yeah, we're saying goodbye to Wiki Design. It's been almost 12 years of running Wiki Design. It's been a hard, long, but fun road. There's a lot of adjectives to describe running a small business. If you run one, I'm sure, can relate to that.
Hey, what's up, Brian? Yeah, this is it's not going to be bad news, but yeah, we're no longer going to be called Wiki Design. We're just going to be.
We rebranded our company, and now we're Wiki.
Just Wiki.
Just Wiki. You might have noticed some of the changes if you went to our website or you looked at our YouTube channel. We've already launched everything. But yeah, we're completely rebranded, and now we're just Wiki, no more design.
Yeah. The design was starting to get a little clunky, and a lot of times people would just think we did like website design or certain design, but we're much more than that. So we definitely wanted to get away from that design part. And, as you can see, the domain, nice and short, it's just wiki.co. I don't have the .com yet. I'm working on that, maybe. But, yeah, that's going to be our new domain. We want to have it short and sweet, powerful, too. It's, like, very, very easy to remember. But, yeah, we can kind of just go over the new website, And
Well, before we do that, I think let's, talk about kind of why we rebranded.
Yeah,
and,
that makes sense.
And, the reason for this. So he kind of mentioned it, Mark kind of mentioned it. We started out as a website design company. That's all we did. And then we started to introduce branding services and some other things. But from the beginning, we were just the website design company. That's what we started out as. And then over time, we just started doing a lot of different things. Like we started making videos, and that was something that was like totally unexpected.
And then we always cater to just startups and like small businesses. So we never really entertained like mid-level or bigger projects, because in the beginning it was just, it still is just the two of us. So we needed, the resources weren't there, the knowledge wasn't there, and the experience. But
over time we gained a lot of skills, gained a lot of knowledge, and it just seemed like now was the right time to change up what we do and offer a lot more services to companies that need it. So instead of just being the web design company, we're now going to be offering branding, brand strategy, more website consulting, management, and
animation.
3D is a big thing that we're now offering as well. Mark can talk more about that. He has a 3D background.
Yeah, that's probably why, if you've been following us, you probably have seen me doing more 3D. This was all because I needed to offer this as a service, so I needed to kind of get back into it. But yeah, that really separates us a lot from other competitors, that we can offer these additional services. And then another really big push when we show the website in more detail is we're going to make it very, very upfront that we're not using AI like vibe coding. We're not doing like AI slop. Like we're using a little bit of AI here and there on the back end, but when you hire us, you're not going to get an AI.
Yeah, that was
produced
a
website.
a big reason I think for
the timing.
The timing was that just everything has changed so much.
Yeah.
And, there's so much AI. There's so many templates and like, oh, it's so easy to make a website. It's so easy to do this now. I don't think it's that easy. I think that it's all just marketing.
Yeah.
But we don't want to be competing with these AI
Well,
companies.
what we've noticed is that market, like the beginners, the DIYers, they're not going to hire out people like us anymore. They don't need to, because they within a few minutes they can spin up an AI website, and for some businesses that's fine. So we had to pivot. Like if we don't pivot now, we're going to die basically. Like we're going to
Right. And I do think that if these companies that are, going that I'll just make my website with AI route, I think that if they last a few years, which hopefully they do, they're going to realize that the AI route is not working for them. They need somebody that understands strategy. They need some help with actually building something that's going to be a tool for their business, not something that is just like thrown up quickly. So hopefully they'll come back and want to work with us in the future. But if not, that's okay. I think part of rebranding is realizing that your clients are going to change. The people that you work with are going to change. And this is a big shift for us because, like Mark said, we always worked with like the small mom and pop shops, the people that are, just running everything themselves. And I think in the future, we're not going to be working with those people as much. But I'm looking forward to seeing who we're going to work with in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, morning here. Yep. Yeah, I saw you the frowny face. Yeah, it's we're not going away completely, but we're definitely changing up pretty much everything. Like we used to be like 100%. Like here's our flat rate prices on our website. We're not doing that anymore. Like people when they reach out to us, it's going to be much more individualized, like quotes and like different scopes.
Because I think we're going to be offering a lot more services, and it's really going to be dependent on, what is it that you need versus you just need a website. Yeah. When you're just building websites for people, it's very easy to like make a package and say this is how much it's going to cost. But when you're offering more customized solutions and you're getting different people involved in the process, obviously that can't be a flat rate package. And I'm really excited because we partnered with a lot of different companies to offer more services like photography and doing social media management.
Brian here, that company.
Brian has, we've been working with him to do some really cool stuff for our clients. I'm looking forward to growing that relationship. We've got some really great photographers that we work with that can do some cool product photography, or if you need branding photos, they can provide that. We've been working with somebody that offers like trade show displays and can fabricate these really cool things for events. So, it's really more like a full service creative agency. And that's why on our website now, the first thing you see is we're your brand's creative partner. It's kind of our new tagline, I would say.
Yeah. That was Brian here saying, AI is not fully supported. The business need yet. Quick website. Yeah. We are the support. Yeah, that's very true. So I'm like, I don't know how we're going to handle that in the future. Nobody really knows. Like if somebody comes to us with like a jacked up AI website, are we going to support it? And like, we'll probably just rebuild it completely. We'll tell them this is why.
I think that honestly is going to be the future for a lot of these companies that are using these AI tools because they don't know how to build a website.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I'll just do it in AI. It'll take 5 minutes. And then when they need something specific or something breaks, they don't know how to fix that because they don't know how to build a website. So I think that not just us, but a lot of developers are going to start fixing AI websites very soon. It's going to happen.
So yeah, we could jump over into the new website, just kind of go over some of the services. So yeah, right in the front, we want to have a video. Actually, let me go back here. We're gonna have a video, and this is, it's gonna change, but this is what we have right now. It's kind of showcasing some of our animation stuff. We do video production stuff still. So, and then that was from our Elementor videos. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick video, but I think it's really important that kind of right when you land on this website that they know that we kind of are doing everything, And then down here, like I said, we're going to make it very clear. I haven't seen this before. AI slop. We're going to have 0 AI slop. So I'm not sure if you can see where my mouse is, but yeah, we want to make it very, very clear that we're not doing AI, because a lot of people in this industry are heavily relying on it. And I'm seeing that's not going to scale. That's not going to be a very good thing in the future. Let's just say that. And then, we're just we have our 12 years experience, or 12 years in business. I don't think
you have to go through literally every detail. People can read it on their own.
I know. But yeah.
Some new projects that we've worked on. I love the mall that you did. I think it's such a cool project. Definitely check that out. That's a really fun 3D
But even something
animation.
as simple as this, like I mouse over this and it was playing the animation. A subtle thing like that, like we've done that for several client websites. That's not easy to do. Like it's pretty complicated. Like it's not super easy. So that type of stuff is what we're talking about. Like if you need that type of functionality, that's like where you could hire us and we can do that type of stuff. So let me see here. Rebuild or find out the point why he's not real. Yeah, that's true.
It's not. In a lot of ways, do think that AI can be a very useful tool, just not for what it's being currently used for.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that there are so many better things that we could be using AI for, and we're just using it to do Sora videos, which doesn't.
Yeah. No.
Nobody needs. It's just fueling the misinformation that we already have so much of, and we could be using it to like prevent cancer or something cool, and this is what we're doing. We're spending billions of dollars on, and it's like destroying our economy.
Yeah. So let me see, to go back to the website. So yeah, you can see right here we're kind of just showcasing like that she specializes in the brand strategy and design, and then we're still going to be doing website design development, of course. And then this is kind of new here is we don't just kind of do regular websites. Like we've built out like full like web applications, most of the time on top of like WordPress, but it's still like a full functioning like web application.
Yeah,
it's not
a lot
just
of
like a
solutions
boring
that
website.
we've built for our clients have helped them take orders, or we've created like full-fledged membership sites that kind of rival with like a Patreon.
Yeah.
Like one of our clients in particular is a comedian, and she has a podcast, and one of the things that she wanted us to build was like a better version of Patreon, because she was tired of spending all this money on Patreon fees, because they do take a lot in fees, and not really being able to offer everything that she wanted to offer. So that's the type of stuff when we say custom applications that we're going to be handling. We also did like a really kick-ass ordering system for one of our clients that's a bakery in Philadelphia. They've been around for like over 100 years. They needed to be able to take online orders, and they do a lot of wedding cakes, and wedding season is like huge for them. So we built them a whole system for ordering the cakes like for the holidays, but also booking appointments to do wedding tastings and stuff, and that's really helped them out so much. I think within like the first 2 weeks of launching their new website, they made back the investment.
Yeah, exactly.
So that like stuff like that is really rewarding. And when we were thinking about this rebrand, it was like this is what we want to focus on. We don't want to focus on just building somebody a website. We want to focus on building them solutions that are going to actually save them money and help them grow.
Yeah.
So that's really like our new mission.
Yeah, definitely. And then to kind of piggyback off that, e-commerce is like so big and so complicated, and not a lot of people, like some people don't even touch it in our industry. They run a web design agency, but they don't even touch e-commerce because there's a lot to it, So we're not afraid of e-commerce, so we bring it on.
I actually like doing e-commerce sites. I think that
it's more rewarding, I would say.
Yeah, you see like the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
A lot of the e-commerce sites that we've launched recently have done really well, and it's pretty cool to see like the orders come in and people grow, and they're like, yeah, this is like really working for us. I I actually really like doing e-commerce sites. WooCommerce, I'm always gonna have a love-hate relationship with it, but I feel like I've gotten to a point where I know how to use it effectively.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna have to deal with Matt Mullenweg not wanting to update anything.
But yeah, we definitely, so you can tell we got new photos taken.
Yes,
so that's
shout
like a big
out to Laurel Harris. She is our photographer. She did the photos on our previous website. She did a great job, so we used her again. And I
didn't want to take it because I got grayer and I'm more bold. But yeah, the gray.
So did I. So we're getting older. It's okay to age.
So next time we do photos in a couple years, this mustache, this will all be gray. So I didn't already see it. But
I think they turned out great. I think she did a great job. And if you need photos, she's the girl.
The one thing we really wanted to showcase was like, I'm seeing so many companies are using literally really bad AI images on their website. Like I looked at a logistics company the other day, and it was like they're fake AI images. It's like a woman shaking hand with a guy in a warehouse. And I could tell it's fake. So this is what we want to showcase is like, look, these are professional photos, and it doesn't.
How much that's going to elevate.
It makes it look so much
brand.
better. Yeah, like if you have a website and you want it to look like this, these photos is what's really making this website, look good and polished.
Yeah, I think that's something that I've said for years now, is that like you need to invest in brand photography. Yeah. It's such a huge part of
even like
the brand.
I know something as subtle as this, like when you mouse over you're like laughing. Like that shows like personality, that shows that like you're actually like a human being, and like it's like you could read a lot from that, that image. It's fun, so
it really makes a huge difference having
exactly
brand photos. What are people saying?
Let's see here.
I agree about e-commerce. You either like it or not. I'm like you. I'm not scared of it. Yeah. There's really nothing to be scared of. I think people are just intimidated by it because if you don't know what you're doing, you could potentially like lose out on people's sales. People are gonna get mad. They're like, hey, it's not working. My site's down or whatever. But it's just like anything else. You have to just put in the time and learn the ins and outs of it, and it's really not that hard to do once you know what you're doing.
Lately, the issue's been like all these bots everywhere, so I'm trying to take care of it. I think I got a solution, but we'll see. Yeah,
you have a nice round head. I think he's very handsome. I like the gray.
I hate it. Like I look at images, and this was all pure black just a couple years ago. But I'm 44. I'm in my mid 40s.
That's really I feel like the difference between men and women is like we don't care that you're getting older, but men are like, ew, old women.
Yeah,
gross.
Exactly. This is why when you watch sports on television, the commentators,
the commentators are always like if they're
the
women,
men are
they're
old,
always
but
like
the women
hot.
are always 20. Yeah. Yeah, good photos along with. Yeah, that's when I saw the photos, because we kind of had the design on the website. Let me go back to the website. But it wasn't until we got the photos is when we were kind of like, oh yeah, these colors are gonna match. We get the bright yellow, so it definitely stands out. But yeah, do you want to talk about? So I mean, we could just kind of briefly go over like anything new here. So I mean, we're kind of doing the same branding stuff.
Yeah, we're still doing branding and web design, but
this is kind of new as the web consulting. We weren't really like consulting before, so if somebody wants to hire us to consult, we can.
Yeah, so I guess what that means is if you have a website and you're like, it's not really working for me, but I don't know what to do to change it. We can take a look at it, analyze it, and help you come up with a plan.
Yeah.
So that's what that means.
And
same for branding too. If you have a brand and you just need like some strategy because it's not maybe growing the way that you wanted it to, that's something that we can offer as well.
Yeah. And yeah, I definitely think, showcasing that like I said, the custom web applications. We never really like said custom applications. It was kind of like a new thing for us. But I was like, we built like really 100% like custom things before.
Yeah,
so I'm like, why not offer that as a service, So yeah, that's a big one. And the marketing graphics, we kind of doing the same stuff, right? But then Yeah, so we could still do educational videos. Like I, of course, make videos for like Rockle Block, and we don't really know the direction of like the YouTube channel exactly like where we're going to be heading, like with the tutorials and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
We're kind of that's on the fence still.
We'll talk a little bit more about that after we talk about this, I guess.
Yeah, and then this is the big one is the animation rendering. So I have a few projects on our YouTube channel, and you can kind of see what I can do. And if this gets bigger, I definitely have a network of people that I can always like reach out to for like 3D stuff. So if it starts to scale up, we have some options for sure.
What somebody said about something? His beard
is AI? Is it
AI?
You got this.
It's okay. The age, it's fine.
So yeah, you're gonna share the solution on Stick of Bots. Yes, it's well.
You
I
made
use
a video about the.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's talking about the WooCommerce bots.
Yeah. So if you watch one of my videos, you could block it, but I'm starting to see that bots are getting around my latest one. But I mean, honestly, there's a plugin called WP Armor. I just installed it on our shop website because I think that the pro version might help with this. I'm gonna experiment with it. I'm gonna reach out to the developer and just kind of talk to him about it. But yeah, long story short is we actually, if I look tired, we just came back from a big trip from Thailand. I'm severely jet lagged, like days later. So
yeah, he's having a rough.
I'm having a rough morning. I'm a little tired still, but long story short is we were on a flight going from Bangkok to where were we going from Singapore to Bangkok. And right when I got on the plane, I started getting all these like failed WooCommerce bot orders. I was like, damn it. So while I'm literally on the plane, like blocking IPs like in real time. So if you hire us, that's the type of service you're going to get. You're going to get me on an airplane blocking IPs.
I saw him like on his phone. I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, they're attacking the site. The bots are coming again. I was like, oh gosh.
But yeah, that's the type of service I offer for our clients. Like it doesn't stop. Like when I'm sleeping, I could still get alerts and everything. But yeah, it's been fun this past few days. I'm trying to recover from jet lag.
Yeah, he's been going to sleep at like 7:00, and I have too. Last night was the first night that I stayed up like a normal time, and I didn't feel like so tired I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yeah,
I think that the fact that we turned the clocks back to right before we left has a lot to do with it, and now it's dark at like 5:00. It's just been pretty rough, but hopefully
we had a fun time.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So to go back to what you were saying, yeah, the WooCommerce thing. So the solution I offered blocks it like at the Gutenberg like level, but then I was looking at the server logs and they're still just like hitting it like through an Ajax call. So I'm hoping that like this WP Armor plugin should help with that. I don't know. I'm doing a little more experimenting with it, but yeah, these bots are not letting up lately.
It's been bad
with these failed orders. And the good thing is it was just like our shop page on Wicky design still, but it wasn't one of our client websites. But yeah, if it does happen to our client website, like a lot of times, if I can find an IP range, I'll just start blocking it. So is there some manual work still if you get a weird bot like that? But
I'm hoping that the new plugin helps with it because it's really annoying, and a lot of our clients have been dealing with it as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know. I guess he said the purpose is that they're just testing credit cards to see if one goes through.
And they love like on our shop page, they love small transactions. So or we have like $5 little things that we sell. They want to hit up the $5 ones because they can test it and it doesn't like flag it, you know.
Right. People might not notice a $5 charge, I guess. It's awful.
Oh, cool. Welcome. Yes. This is we're going to start doing some more live streams coming up for sure. Actually, one I'm looking forward to is last year we did a prediction show. I like that one. That's my favorite video of like the year. So in a few weeks, we're already in November. Wow. Yeah,
it's November's almost over.
So in a few weeks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through our last year's video of predictions that we thought were gonna happen this year in 2025, and then I don't think we got very many of them right, but it's fun to do. I don't even
remember what I said, honestly.
We'll go back and do it, and then we'll make new predictions for 2026 because a lot has changed in a year. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And we got some good stuff here.
You should visit Peru and get some alpaca. I want to go to Peru so bad.
Yes.
I want to see Machu Picchu.
Is...
I want to eat the food. It looks really awesome. So that is something that we're thinking about doing. So
it's on our list. We have a lot of places.
Recs.
We have a lot of places on our list. But yeah, I can't go. Let me see. We just came back from Thailand. I was not doing well for a few days. Like it was really hot, humid, and then like there was really bad air quality, and I was just not doing good. A few days I was like, well, let's just go back to the hotel for a while and go in the pool and do nothing
and we did.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you found WP Armor. Yeah, I reached out to the guy that runs it. He's a good guy. I'm an affiliate, but yeah, I think the pro version should help with WooCommerce. So we'll see. Because a lot of times with these WooCommerce bots, they can bypass scripts like that. So that's why I'm doing a little more experimenting, and I'll see if it sticks or not. Yes, the WP Armor. So yeah, WP Armor to me it's replaced everything. It's replaced Google reCAPTCHA, and so if you want to kind of get a little technical, I like this. So the AWS or the Cloudflare that just went down a few days ago.
Oh, yeah.
The worst thing you could do is so many people had Cloudflare Turnstile, which is like a Google reCAPTCHA. Well, guess what? People weren't able to literally submit forms through people's websites or through your website because it wasn't making the call. So I hate cloud services. I'm not a fan of AWS, Cloudflare. I'm not a fan of any of these like centralized cloud systems because look at what happens. Like it goes down and everything on your website can go down as well. So I don't do that. Like with our client websites, it's all in one server. So of course, technically, there's always like a single point of failure. But like, it's not like this cloud system crap where it gets attacked all the time.
I feel like the bigger companies like AWS and Cloudflare are the ones that are always getting attacked because people know the name.
Yeah.
So they go after them, which is a little scary.
Oh, cool. That's cool. So you inspired me to try my YouTube.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, YouTube can be very rewarding, but also very stressful if you let it be. Let me just say that.
Make sure that you share your channel with us so we can check it out.
Yeah. What would you have any recommendations? My thing is don't listen to people on YouTube on how to grow a YouTube channel because everybody is completely clueless.
Well, everybody's trying to sell you a course too.
Yeah. We got involved with one.
Yeah, my biggest, I guess, recommendation for YouTube is to just make the videos that you want to make the best that you can make them.
Yeah.
So if you just have your phone and you're sitting in front and recording with your phone, make it the best you can be, and then eventually as you get more comfortable, you'll get more equipment, you'll learn things, and then you'll just improve. But just try to make the best video that you can make with what you have.
Yeah. And then it's okay to be different. So we have a situation where I don't really like going on camera. As you can see, my videos, they're very like just technical, me on a computer, like a tutorial. I would run a faceless channel, but she likes to go on camera. So find your comfort zone because you could grow either way. You don't even have to go on camera. Like our biggest videos is just me talking and I'm not even on camera. So don't feel like you have to like go on camera and like be super polished because that's where I'm not good at that.
You'll figure out the style that works for you, and it took us a while. I feel like our videos are like wildly different than when we first started, I think.
Yeah.
But over time you just learn what you're comfortable with and how you want to do things.
Stop that interview soon. This is important back. Yes. Yeah, and then another thing too, I don't know why people do this, but they feel like if you don't continuously like post all the time, that like the algorithm punishes you. I don't think that's accurate whatsoever because like we take really long breaks. Like sometimes we'll go months, sometimes it's rare, but like we'll go a month or two without posting a video and nothing changes. Like our content's like more like evergreen, so it's just literally it's very predictable for us. Monday through Friday, we get some spikes. The weekends, it plateaus and dies because people aren't watching our videos on the weekend. So depending on your content, don't feel this pressure because that's the thing. My number one thing about YouTube is like, don't feel pressured that you have to make videos because it doesn't pay the bills. Like it's just a little part-time money for us really.
Here's marketing for you, cloud services, someone else's computers, and usually way worse than your own resale hosting or recommended server. Yeah, we
Yep. And then
kind
right
of
here,
agree with that.
it's still a network of servers. That's exactly it. Like for some reason, the whole like cloud system was sold as like this dream that would never go down. And look at what's happened lately. Like this,
Yeah.
I don't think that I personally think that they're attacks. They're internal attacks. Disgruntled employees that got laid off or something. I really do think that that's what's happening.
Could be.
And when I learned about cloud systems years ago, like over 10 years ago, I was like, it's just computers in a warehouse somewhere else. It's not any different than like the structure that we have. All of our servers are in Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, if something happens to that building, yeah, technically I guess it all goes down. But I have a backup of everything, so I could spin something up. But it's not being attacked because it's just a small little data center somewhere. So it's not like an AWS where it's like, hey, if we take this down, we're going to take down
Half
millions
the
of websites.
internet's
Yeah.
gonna go down.
So if you go with these cloud systems, you're targeted. You're heavily targeted for attacks. And I've never been a fan of them. Yeah, I don't. It's kind of frightening how a lot of companies, especially with Cloudflare, this last one with Cloudflare really opened my eyes. A lot of companies are very blind and they just like trust this company. But
I
I'm
think
just
because
like,
they don't really understand what it is that.
well, because with
they're getting
Cloudflare,
into.
it's just a lot of times people just do it for the DDoS attacks or like this middleman that's going to protect you. But if your server's going down that much, that's not a good sign. Like, I'll brag a little bit and say we have had zero downtime in years on our server. Zero. There hasn't been any downtime at all. And you can't say that if you're running AWS or Cloudflare. So we have had no issues with our server. And I've even done big upgrades and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to manage all this
Yeah,
stuff.
but
though,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't think people really understand.
Well, that's why they
everything.
they go to companies like that because they don't want to deal with the infrastructure. Like I'm not dealing with like an infrastructure, but I'm dealing with like the back end stuff. Like on the server, I have multiple firewalls and everything. But okay, so yeah, if we just go back to the website, I mean, we kind of just this is just phase one. This is going to of course change just like everything else in our industry, but.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk about, that our resources, education. We're still going to be making videos pretty frequently, but you might have noticed if you've been around for a while that the type of videos that we're making have changed quite a bit. We kind of mentioned before, we're not going to be doing as many web tutorials. I feel like we'll do them when it makes sense. If there's something out there that makes sense to make a tutorial about,
like the
we're
bot
gonna
one
do
with
it.
WooCommerce, like it's
Yeah.
been pissing me off, so I'm like, let me just share this with people, and if it helps people, that's good because I want to help people.
But our focus really has been on other types of videos. I've been doing more like high level branding, marketing videos, as you probably have seen. He's been doing more 3D stuff, and I feel like we have like some high concept ideas that we're going to be doing next year. So the content is going to change a bit, but we're still going to be here. We're still going to be doing live streams because we've really enjoyed doing them and connecting with the community. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, definitely have some ideas for the future. There's probably going to be a logo challenge again next month.
You like doing that, didn't you? So explain what that is for people. You did one logo a day for 30 days.
Yeah, a few years ago in December, I created one logo every day and posted a video about that. Thinking about doing that again this year. I
guess the main thing that was different is
probably going to be doing that.
Yeah, and then one thing too, we don't have to get too deep into this, but yeah, we have no social media presence. Like if you look for us on any other platforms, we don't exist. And that's by design. We want to show that you can run a business without having to rely on these really crappy social media networks. So we highly encourage people, like, don't use Meta products if you don't need to. Don't use TikTok or any of that crap because you don't need it to grow your business. Like, we want to make this business very sustainable, and if you start to rely on these social media networks, it's not good for your business.
I think that they've changed so much.
Yeah.
Especially Instagram and Facebook. I still think that for a lot of companies, TikTok is a good
Well, when you
plan.
did your logo design, that's where you got all of your attention. But that doesn't mean anything. These are just people randomly who are like, here's
I think if you're selling products, I think that TikTok is really
because one of our clients does that, right?
effective. Yeah, one of our clients is getting tons of business off of TikTok, but she also has a Facebook and an Instagram page, and she's like, I'm getting like nothing from that. So she's actually considering just like stopping that and just focusing on TikTok, which is what I'm recommending.
Yeah.
That she do, because I'm like, why waste your time on these platforms that are probably not getting seen by anyone? I think the views she's getting are probably bots. But on TikTok, she's getting people messaging her every day about orders. So, that's working. I feel like TikTok won.
Yeah, for sure.
But for other businesses it might be the opposite. So I think really it just depends on your business.
Yeah.
And part of what we're going to be doing moving forward is figuring out those strategies for people. So she is a brand strategy client. I work with her every month, and we come up with different plans to grow her business, and it's really been working well. And TikTok has been one of the things that she has been focusing on, and it's taking off.
But yeah, but for like our business, like it didn't do anything, so just get rid of it. So so yeah, it depends on what you do. Like we might still have to go into that space and play around and like for clients, but like we're not relying on it for like client leads or anything like that.
I think that it's part of actual strategy. I think that so much strategy is templated, one size fits all bullshit that doesn't actually do anything. It's like, buy my course, I'm going to tell you how to be a millionaire. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need to have somebody that actually is going to be willing to analyze your business, figure out where to go, what to do, what is the best thing for you, versus like
spray and pray. You don't want to do a spray and pray. Yeah, because I'm like, I think in most cases your business shouldn't even have to rely on these platforms more than one or two of them at max. Like in our example, like YouTube's the only thing that's ever been anything of luck, not luck, but
that's actually gotten any
value.
traction.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a word. Yeah, any value, like LinkedIn, all these that's just completely garbage. I was like, why am I on here? And I physically and mentally feel so much better. Like I don't have that pressure anymore. Like I have to go on these platforms.
I feel like this particular client that I've been talking about, before she came to us, she was doing like, I have to be everywhere, and I'm going to start a Facebook page, and because this person that's in my industry has a Facebook page, and then I'm going to do TikTok, and like she was doing all these things, and she literally came to us because she was like, I'm so overwhelmed with like everything that I have to do. So part of the strategy was figuring out, what can we do to make your life easier? Because right now you're doing way too much as one person, and you need to figure out the things that are going to make you the most money without you having to do all this work. So we really figured that out for her, and one of those things has been, forget Facebook and Instagram, focus just on TikTok. And that's been working really well. So we'll
see where that goes.
I think that,
but it's good to get like someone like us to talk about it to a client or a company, because we've been around since the beginning, so we've seen the goods and the bads of these networks, and we kind of can see where they're going. They're all fighting for like your attention, and then it's just all getting flooded with AI and everything. It's becoming a very weird situation that we're getting ourselves into. So
and I also think that there's so much of the courses and webinars and all these things that are designed literally just to take your money and don't teach you anything. and everybody is following these formulas, but everyone's following the same formula. How are you going to stand out?
Yeah,
exactly. Like, you're all doing the same thing. So somebody has to be at the top. It's not going to be you if you're all doing the same thing. So I think that part of our rebrand has really been like one-on-one customized solutions are the way to go. You know, we've never really followed the formula for how to do things. That's worked well for us. We've tried courses, we've tried webinars. I've done everything that you can think of,
and here we are.
And none of it really worked.
This is the only thing that's ever worked for us.
What worked was figuring out ourselves what we need to do. And I think that so many people get caught up in these like marketing lies when what they really need is some help figuring out a customized plan and strategy. Yeah,
all social media are junk. Yeah, it's 100%. Like, I'm not joking.
I
like,
agree.
we quit it all, and I feel so much better. Like, I actually feel sad now when I see people out, especially because we were just heavily traveling. Like, where were we? We were in Thailand, and there's a whole temple. It's a very popular temple.
Oh my gosh. So we went to Rat Arun, which is in Bangkok, and it's called the Temple of the Dawn because it's right on the river. You can see it from the river. It's beautiful at sunset. It's a beautiful place. And I was like, we got to go and see this. This is amazing. So we got there, and everyone that was there, we were in the minority. There was a couple other people, but everyone was dressed in Thai garments and taking pictures for Instagram. It was
so weird. Like, it was no joke. We were the odd ones who were not taking pictures.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is this what...
I don't know. I don't think it's going to work, is it?
You're not going to be able to see that.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I don't know if you can tell right here, but yeah, we were there at the temple, and these people, this is what they were. 90% of people at this temple were dressed up, taking pictures for Instagram.
And they actually promote it.
Yeah.
There are places right across the street where you can rent the garments, get your hair and makeup done, and then while you're inside the temple, you can hire a photographer that will take pictures for you. And it was just so bizarre because I'm like, this is a place of worship that's hundreds of years old, and this is what it's turned into.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it made me feel really like just uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too.
And like I was like, this is gross.
I didn't want. I was like, we got to leave. I didn't want to be here. They had other temples that were much better, in my opinion, and there was none of that crap there.
So they didn't have that. But I feel like they're capitalizing off of it because so many people go there and that's what they do. And, you know, they were like, well, why not try to make some money off of this? Because people are going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So we can encourage it and make some money.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're doing now. I'm just like, wow, really?
I know. We're living in a weird timeline. That's what everyone always saying. It's like, times are very bizarre right now. And it's just like, I don't feel like I fit in with a lot of society now because it's like I'm disconnected from that.
We also went to a rooftop bar in Bangkok, which was awesome. The views were incredible. And there was this couple sitting next to us, and the entire time, they were both
just on
their
their
phone.
Yeah. Watching TikTok and stuff.
They're not even like talking
They're not
to
there.
each other.
Yeah.
They're not looking at the view. They're looking at the phone. It was weird.
I legit just sat there and just like took it all in because I was like, I'm not going to be here again. So I was like, just enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, long story short is just that's we want to educate our clients. I'm like, you don't have to rely on these platforms, you know? So, all right. Good seeing you, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah. Good seeing you.
Have a good weekend. Yep. Thanks on the rebrand. Thanks. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. She hasn't been able to keep her mouth. Like, she's like, I can't keep it a secret anymore. I was like, yep. It's hard to like not say it.
I'm
but
not good at keeping secrets.
I was just gonna be like, just tell everyone, you know. I did the big redirects yesterday. So yeah, if you ever do a big redirect, I didn't know this, but in Google Search Console, they have an area where you change your domain, and you could in the settings you do all your 301 redirects, and then inside of there, you tell it your new domain, and then it will take, I think, like 180 days or something. It will recrawl all of your website. So it's kind of like a new thing. I didn't know that. I was like, I never really do like big transfers like this. So yeah, it was interesting. And I'm going to continue to be updating links here and there. But yeah, we just wanted to talk about how we're definitely not going to be the Wiki design brand anymore. We're just going to be Wicky, just wiki.co. So hopefully,
if you go to our old website, it will just forward you to the new ones.
Wasn't that driving crazy? People would call us Wiki Designs with an S sometimes. So I was like, no, that doesn't show up. So I think it's really important to have a solid, just single word wiki. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works.
I still have the old website. We can always go back if this doesn't work. It will work. Yeah. Everything will be fine. Yes. Mm-hmm. So that was our bigger announcement. And this month and coming up in December, we're going to be doing probably 3 or 4 live streams. So I want to rate Christmas movies. Like if you saw a Halloween one, I like doing that. I like doing stuff that's just different. I don't want to always be talking about web design. It gets boring.
Yeah, we want to have more fun on the channel and do things that aren't just tutorials.
Yeah. People take themselves way too serious doing the website stuff. I'm like, just chill out, man. Like we don't have to fight with each other and start drama all the damn time. We could talk about movies and stupid crap. So alrighty, I think if there's nothing else, cool, thank you for this. That's all her. She's 100% the design. But would you say that it wasn't until we got the professional photos is when it all kind of started falling? Because you were struggling a little bit for a while, and then once we got the photos, it all just fell into place. Right?
I mean, that definitely helped, but I think you're your own worst critic, and it was hard for me to do this. Yeah, I'll be honest. I struggled with how I wanted things to look and
I think
the vision for it. Like I knew in my head what I wanted, but for whatever reason, I couldn't.
It's still not 100% where she wanted it. We wanted a lot more animation stuff going in. I was like, let's just launch it like this, because if we don't launch it, you have to kind of like say enough is enough. Like when I did my big 3D mall animation, I was going to do a whole like food court and spend another 40 hours on it. I was like, you know what? No. You have to just say enough is enough. And especially with a website, it's easy because you can always we're going to update it later. So we can always add.
Never done.
Like with an animation, it kind of is, because it's like you got to render out the damn files and it takes days. But with a website like ours, you got to just get there and just be like, this is good enough for now. Mm-hmm. It's going to continue to change. And I like how we have our opening video, so we can always change that out. So I think it's important to just have a video autoplay. So that kind of goes against like, oh my God, it's not the fastest website in the world. I don't care, because we need to show what we can do. And like a video is so much more important than if you get a really good page speed, which we still get a really good page speed. But I throw all that out the window. Like you have to be 100% optimized all the time, because your websites are going to look very boring. So that's why we want to have movement on the screen, and we're going to be even doing more. This is just like phase 1.
I also feel like you can do it, all of the fancy stuff, and it'd still be a good page speed.
Oh yeah,
it's possible to do.
I got hundreds across the board on desktop, and you get little fireworks going on in Google Search Lighthouse? I can't think of it.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's and that's another thing we didn't really touch about, is that we're going to be definitely focusing more on like accessibility is something that like is going to come like out of the box, like working with us, because we've definitely have worked with clients where they're like, we want to make sure that like accessibility is like front and center. It was something that was always kind of like an add-on for us, but now that's just going to kind of be part of our package. It's just like a whole. That's why we're like the whole package now. We don't outsource that. We're doing that all like internal,
And the reason for that is because there have been a lot of cases of e-commerce sites getting these notices.
Well, if you're e-commerce,
lawyers,
e-commerce in Florida, New York, and California, you're going. Those are the 3 heavily targeted states for e-commerce. So any e-commerce we have,
a cash grab for lawyers.
Oh, of course,
really. It reminds me a lot of back in the day. There was a bunch of podcasts getting sued because some lawyer found a loophole with the patent, and they were saying you're infringing on this patent. All these podcasters got sued. Most podcasters don't make a lot of money, especially back then when podcasting wasn't as big as it is now. And they were forced to pay these fees. I believe it was Mark Maron, Adam Carolla, and a couple other bigger names in the podcasting world like joined forces to fight this, and they won the case, but I mean they had to spend probably $250,000 to do it, so who really won?
Yeah, there was a lot of...
But it reminds me a lot of that, and I think this is like a new thing that lawyers have found that they can easily make money off of. It's gross. It's a gross part of our society that people are capitalizing off of disabled people.
And fear too.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, like, there's no official like laws in the book, so it's a very gray area. Like there's no law in the book in the United States at least where it's like your website has to meet these exact parameters to be accessible, and if you don't hit those, then we can sue you.
That's why it's so easy for them to go after companies.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think the same thing's going to happen. There's going to be one company that's like, nope, we're not doing this.
Well, that's why...
and they're going to go after it, and then the laws will change.
Yeah.
And
like, we keep up with it, and so I can have these conversations with our clients. So that's, like, part of, like, our whole entire, like, new brand strategy. Is like, we can consult with you and be like, we can talk it out. Because, like, we're working with a client now, e-commerce in California. He's like, we need to be accessible. Because he actually paid out, like, a settlement. So I was like, we're not going to have to worry about that. Because it's going to be accessible, and... You're gonna be fine. Like you could somebody could always sue you. That's the thing. Like I could sue you for wearing a white jacket today. Will it go anywhere? No. But a lot of people would just get scared and they'll pay the settlement. You know. You know, I am gonna sue you for wearing that shirt today. No.
Try.
Yeah. Alrighty, cool. I think that
covers everything. Yeah. We're super excited about this. It's been something that we've been working on for a while now. And
it feels good to be like we're done.
Yeah, it feels good to have it launched and have everybody see it, because it's been a few months of back and forth and getting everything figured out, and now that it's here, I'm like, whew.
Yeah, after we got back from our big trip, we're like, let's just do it. Like I was like, we weren't gonna do it right before the trip.
No.
There's always like these weird little things. Like there's probably links that aren't like redirected correctly still. That's something I'll poke around with, but we should be good. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a good weekend, and we'll see you soon on the next live stream. I don't know which one it's going to be, but December is going to be a lot more live streams.
I think we're probably going to take a little break for Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. It's always a fun holiday. Yeah, because food.
Alrighty, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good one.